Hello everyone, it's Spurs Radio 96 here, and welcome to the start of another FIFA 19 career mode. This time I'll be doing Spanish giants Valencia. Now, Valencia holds a special place in my heart in terms of FIFA career modes, because my first FIFA game I got was FIFA 11, and the first career mode I ever did was Valencia in the Spanish league. So yeah, I'm really excited to be at last doing a Valencia career mode. I've always done Valencia career modes, in past games off camera before I started doing YouTube and all that stuff. So yeah, just very pleased to see that in real life, Valencia back to their best, so to speak, in the top four, finished in the top four last season, got into the Champions League after a few seasons in the doldrums, particularly with, famously, of course, Gary Neville. But yeah, as you can see there by the Valencia expectations, domestic success and brand exposure is high, continental success is medium, and so is the youth development, and the finances are very, very low. And of course we've got the Mestalla Stadium, Valencia's ground, back in FIFA for the first time since FIFA 17. On to the board objectives in more detail. For youth development, long term is to make a £2.6 million profit from youth player sides sales within 2 seasons. So that'll be, hopefully we can do that. For brand exposure, you can see it started already. For the short term is to gain £132 million earnings from shirt sales within the season. That was like 20%. Finances, no objectives at all, so it doesn't matter if we can. So it won't matter if we spend colossal amounts of money. For domestic success in the La Liga Santander, the Spanish league, is to finish in the UEFA Champions League spot. That's fair enough. And also for the Copa del Rey España, the Spanish Cup, is to reach the quarterfinals. So I think those objectives are realistic and certainly achievable. And for short-term success in this season's UEFA Champions League is to reach the semi-finals. That's a bit of a strange one. They expect us to get at least qualified for the UEFA Champions League and the quarterfinals of the Spanish Cup, yet they want us to go very, very far in the UEFA Champions League that Valencia are in this season. On to the first team, and I've brought some players back. Alcacer, who of course was on loan at Barcelona and was on loan from Dortmund, I brought him back. Then we've got Rodrigo, 85 rated, a very good striker. Guedes, the 21-year-old Portuguese international, real star of the future of number 7, can play as a left midfielder, right midfielder, left winger and a striker, and 84 rated, not bad at all. Then on the right we've got another prospect, Sola, 21-year-old Spanish right mid at 80 overall, some fantastic wingers there in the first team. Then we go on to the midfield, and we kick it off with the 83 rated Kondogbia, who Valencia brought from Italian giants Inter Milan, and he can play as a central mid and a central defensive midfielder. Onto the other midfielder, brought in Andre Gomez, who used to play for Valencia, then I believe he went to Barcelona as well, and then he went on a seasonal loan to Everton, but I put him back in the team. And on the right we got the captain, Dani Parejo, 86 rated, very experienced player of playing in the highest level of Spanish football and certainly, of course, European football. Onto the defence, we've got Gaya, I think one of the best left backs I've certainly played with in career, 79 rated and at a young age of 23-24. Then we've got centre back of 27-year-old Brazilian international Paulista, or I think his name is Gabriel as well, for short, and 83 rated isn't bad. And I've brought back Gonzalo, who spent a season-long loan at Inter Milan and then moved to Juventus when he came back, so I've brought him back in the team. And Nito, the first-choice keeper, 84 rated, the Brazilian international. On to the secondary team that will be playing lower league opposition in the league, and also cup games that are against second, lower opposition, as well as maybe Champions League. We got Minever, a very talented young striker for Valencia. Then we got behind him in the centre forward position Michy Batshuayi, who is on loan from Chelsea. Another guy's on loan from Chelsea and used to play for Valencia in the past, Denis Cheryshev, the World Cup winner, who is on loan from our arch rivals Villarreal. Then on to the right we've got Torres, another young prospect, an 18-year-old Spanish right mid. He can play as a right winger as well as a left midfielder, and he's got some decent stats there as well. To the midfield, we kick it off with Waz, a 29-year-old Danish international, 82 rated. He leads the midfield, which is pretty good. He's an experienced player. And then onto the right, we got Francis Coquelin, who played for Arsenal in the Premier League a long time, a season or two ago. He moved, of course, to Valencia from Arsenal, and 80 rated, plays in different positions, decent pair of hands. Then on the other central defensive midfielder, we've got Rakic, 20-year-old Serbian international. He is a prospect as well, but hopefully he can develop into a very good, accomplished midfielder. Onto the defence, we've got another fantastic young prospect in the form of a Spanish left-back, Lato, 20-year-old. He loves to play on the left, it seems, a left-back, a left wing-back, and a left midfielder. And at 20 years old, pretty decent stats there of a 75. Then the centre-back, we've got 26 Colombian international, Morello. He is a very decent centre-backs at this club. Very good rating and a decent age as well, and some decent stats there as well. Then on to the right-back, we've got Piccini, or Piccini, I don't know, Piccini, I don't know, whatever his name is, but I think Valencia did buy him. I don't know exactly where from, but he, 78 rated, decent stats as well, and 25 years old, Italian right back, so yeah, hopefully we can do well. And the captain for the side is Germani, or I think his name is Germani, or Jerome, I don't know, whatever his name is. He is the goalkeeper of the side at 76 rated overall. And so when we're just looking at the squad, we've got some fantastic young players coming through, the Valencia, maybe academy or bought from other clubs. We've got 17-year-old Lee, of Korean international, can play in different positions. We've got Campos there, right winger, Decape, I think is his name, Decape, sorry if I made a botched job of his name. And then we've got Gomero, who came from, and he brought from Atletico Madrid. I might use him, but he's not really in my plans, in all honesty. And of course, both those teams play in my preferred formation, which is the 3-5-1 formation. Onto the transfers. A lot of transfers are happening for Valencia, mostly going. Cito has gone left for Grasshopper Club for £500,000. Then Alex Blanco had left to join FC Lugano Sport, I believe, for £500,000. These are players that basically do not have the potential to do well here at Valencia. Then we've got another player, a goalkeeper, 20-year-old Spanish goalkeeper, Christian Rivera, who has gone to Rosano Central for £1 million. Then we've got another, mostly Spanish players here, the left back, Alex Centrales. He's gone to FC Sion of Switzerland for £670,000. The most expensive departure is Garay. He has left. The Argentine experienced centre-back has gone on to the Turkish champions Galatasaray for £15.2 million. Javier Jimenez has gone to Newell's for £670,000. So a lot of clearing out really of this squad. Some don't have the potential. This is an exception though. Ruben Vesu, a player that I have admired since he came into the FIFA Valencia squad in FIFA 17. He's gone on loan to our Spanish rivals Atletico Madrid. Then finally, the last player to leave Valencia on loan once again is Pascu, a Spanish 18-year-old central midfielder who has the potential to be special. So yeah, let's go on to some of the players that have gone on loan to other clubs. And we kick it off with Amin Abduna. He has gone to Olympique de Marseille of France. Then the next player that has gone on loan is that's Richard Campos. He's on loan at Valencia for some reason. I've only just discovered that. Alvaro Medran has gone on loan to Spanish team Rayo Vallecano for a season. Pascu has gone also on loan as well. Don't know where to, but somewhere. And then Fran Villabala, he has gone on loan to CD Numanis, whatever they're called. And he has the potential to be special as well, so it's good he's gone on loan. Of course, Michy Batshuayi is on loan at Valencia from Chelsea. And to conclude, Simon Zaza is on loan at Torino of Serie A. Now onto the league table. I've made some changes to the league table here, to the teams I should say that participate in La Liga. Basically, when EA Sports went to capture for 16 new Spanish stadiums, those 3 teams that they captured were relegated, and of course three new promoted clubs have come up, but they haven't got their stadium in the game. So what I've done is I've replaced those clubs with the 3 relegated clubs that would be in the second division of Spain, which is La Liga 1, 2, 3, or whatever you call it. In the second division of Spanish football. I've replaced them. So Las Palmas is back in the league now. So too is Malaga, and so is RC Deportiv as well. And of course they were the 3 clubs that were relegated and had their stadium in the game, and of course the 3 promoted clubs that came up do not have their stadium in the game. So I thought, why not just take the 3 clubs that were relegated from La Liga, stick them back in to La Liga, just to add a bit more authenticity. They've got their stadiums in the game, why not? And that means the only stadium that is the only team that hasn't got their licensed stadium is Barcelona, who of course is got exclusive rights by the FIFA's main rival PES. The season's already started. Real Betis, they've won against Levante, Espanyol. They've got 3 points as well. So have Real Madrid, Sevilla, Barcelona, Eibar and Villarreal. Girona have got a point as well. So the season's already started for most teams before ours has even begun, so to speak. Onto the South American Continental Cup in Chile, the pre-season cup. We topped the group, which contained Lazio, and then in the semi-finals we beat Sporting Lisbon 2-0 before we lost in the final of the South American Continental Cup final 3-0 to Napoli. Of course, I simulated that pre-season tournament with the secondary team, as I always do in FIFA career modes. Onto the Champions League. I'll just show it for the sake of it. You probably know the group, Valencia. The teams that are contained in Valencia's group, and Group H we've got Cristiano Ronaldo's Juventus, BSC Young Boys of Switzerland, and the mighty Manchester United. So it's going to be a very, very tough group. If we can even get out of that group, it'll be a miracle, really, because talk about the group of death. That is one hell of a group, a very tricky group to navigate. BSC Young Boys should be able to get a victory, hopefully, away at their ground, and hopefully at the Mestalla as well. As well as playing at the Allianz Stadium and Old Trafford. On to the preview for the next episode, and what a game to start off the La Liga Santander season for Valencia. We will be at home at the Mestalla playing Atletico Madrid. Wow, what a game that is to start the season. If we can get 3 points, or even get a point against Atletico Madrid, that will be a success. Then for the second match of the episode, we'll be away at Espanyol, and then we've got transfer deadline after that game a few days later, and then to conclude the episode, we'll be away against Levante, who of course I brought in from the second division to La Liga. So I just want to say thank you very much for watching, like and subscribe for the series. I'll see you next time.